Less than 50,000 people visit Antarctica annually, despite the fact that it contains 90% of the world's ice and 70% of its fresh water. This implies that the majority of us lead lives completely divorced from some of the planet's most breathtaking scenery. It's time to look outside the box if you're sick of crowded beaches and monotonous mountain excursions. Today, we're going to look at 10 frozen locations that are far from your average winter vacation spot. Locations that will test you, make you feel humble, and leave you in awe. Because we're embarking on expeditions with a significant chill factor, bring your thermal clothing. Snow Village, Finland. Imagine a hotel made completely of snow and ice, complete with a chilly gallery of sculptures, icy rooms, and heated sleeping bags that keep you warm on cold evenings. Every winter, Finland's Snow Village is reconstructed with unique themes and decorations. There's a guaranteed cold effect because even the restrooms and bar are made of ice. There are restrictions on movement, personal hygiene, and the amount of time you may stay chilly in this icy nightclub. So don't expect luxurious accommodations. Mornings can seem like you're waking up in your freezer, and nighttime lows can plunge to -5 to -10. After the first hour, some people leave, while others adore it. Mount Elbrus, Russia. In the Caucasus Mountains, Mount Elbrus, Europe's highest summit, rises more than 18,500 feet and presents climbers with altitude headaches, abrupt storms, and glacier crevasses, although it is frequently referred to as the most accessible 5,000-meter summit. Easy does not equate to simple. Careful acclimatization, glacier travel abilities, and fortitude worthy of a shout-out are necessary for summit efforts. However, those that ascend have a view of Asia, Europe, and the unending white desert below. It's the ultimate challenge if you've ever desired to scale a giant without the need for technical rope work. You'll need all the strength and heat you can generate, so make sure to book with a reputable operator, be ready for chilly evenings, and start training early. Jökulsárlón Glacier Lagoon, Iceland. You may have seen its blue ice creations on Instagram, but what about actually being next to Jökulsárlón? It's like traveling to an other world. Pieces of glacier move down to the Atlantic via Diamond Beach. Seals bob behind you, and icebergs drift in the lagoon. The juxtaposition of churning water, black sand, and ice appears to be a natural avant-garde artwork. However, the weather is incredibly erratic. Storms come quickly, and frostbite is a serious problem along the coast. Nevertheless, kayaking amid icebergs is like sailing through frozen cathedrals if you plan for calm weather and moderate breezes. Gulmarg, India. Unexpected. To find snow, you don't need to travel west. Tucked away in the Indian Himalayas, Gulmarg is a winter wonderland with backcountry, skiing to rival any alpine resort, and gondola excursions to snow-capped peaks. Western ski resorts frequently lack the colorful flair that the culture, tea vendors, and mountain friendliness bring. However, there may be additional significant difficulties due to high elevation, little infrastructure, and erratic snowfall. Imagine experiencing unexpected power cuts and altitude sickness. However, the rewards are enormous, particularly when you witness a sunrise behind the Himalayas and the aroma of cardamom chai fills the air. Banff Icefields Parkway, Canada. The Icefields Parkway, one of the most breathtaking cold weather drives in the world, is located just between Banff and Jasper National Parks. Passing ice waterfalls, old glaciers, and expansive peaks that make your morning drive seem insignificant, this asphalt ribbon winds through the Rockies. This route offers everything from animal viewing to glacier treks and helicopter tours. But winter driving here is serious business. Snow-covered hairpin curves, black ice, and few guardrails require concentration, not selfies at 70 miles per hour. However, this drive is like entering a National Geographic picture provided you are dedicated to staying safe. Perito Moreno Glacier, Argentina. With the Perito Moreno Glacier, a massive wall of blue-hued ice that creaks and groans in a stunning natural spectacle, you may transition from the Arctic to the Andes. This glacier is aggressively moving forward, calving pieces the size of houses into the glacial lake below, in contrast to those that are retreating globally. You may hike along its icy surface or stomp around high above it, thanks to catwalks and even ice trekking tours. Sometimes loose boulders fall from the face of the ice, and it can be slippery, so be careful where you step. However, 200 feet away from a loud piece coming off, the planet seems to be showing off its muscles in your face. Hire a qualified guide, put on crampons, and get ready to feel insignificant in the face of geological might. Svalbard, Norway. Where do polar bears outnumber people? That's Svalbard, an Arctic archipelago located far within the 74th parallel that is home to more walruses and reindeer than comfort food. Tourists take pictures of glaciers gushing into a sea of navy blue water, ride snowmobiles across frozen fjords, and see inside defunct coal mines. It is utterly stunning and as secluded as it gets. But severe seclusion necessitates careful planning. Bring a guide, survival equipment, and lots of mental toughness, since isolated ice fields, polar bear safety zones, and erratic whiteouts may make an ordinary day into a potentially fatal situation. This is a top choice for adventurers seeking extreme seclusion and close encounters with polar wildlife. Lapland, Finland. Lapland is a region that epitomizes the phrase winter wonderland. Huskies eager to run through pine forests, reindeer sleighs gliding across icy plains, and the northern lights dancing overhead like an aurora disco. With its Santa villages and snow slides, it's a magical place that's perfect for families. However, the wild, cold solitude and authentic Sami culture can be found beyond the fun rides. However, bear in mind that frostbite is a severe risk you don't want to overlook. Winter darkness can continue for hours, and roads can disappear beneath heavy snow. Still, looking at the aurora while drinking glühwein in a glass igloo, you won't forget that type of winter fantasy. Don't undervalue the cold, though. You'll need insulated boots and skill layering. Greenland's a Ilulissat ice fjord. Picture yourself at the edge of the fastest moving glacier in the world, where skyscraper-sized icebergs are breaking off into the green fjord waters. For you, that is Ilulissat Ice Fjord. This Arctic wonder, which is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, provides unearthly light reflections and unearthly photographic viewpoints. Don't be duped, though. It's more than just stunning beauty. Polar bears wander the fringes. Temperatures drop well below freezing, and when wind chills fall below -30, your enthusiasm may freeze in mid-laugh. Nevertheless, this glacier environment is unparalleled in its size and tranquility. To get the most out of this incredible show, wear thermal base layers and observe local wildlife regulations. Antarctic Peninsula. Imagine penguin populations waddling across cracking ice sheets, tall icebergs sculpted by generations of wind and waves, and the Southern Ocean's unearthly radiance under limitless skies. The Antarctic Peninsula, which offers a sensory overload of tranquil beauty and harsh conditions, is the closest most of us will ever get to the bottom of the world. The hitch is that weather can abruptly stop travel, and the financial and environmental costs of getting there are enormous. But how often do you get to tell that you saw humpback whales breach through freezing waters or kayak beneath a glacier? This is the ultimate frozen frontier if you don't mind wild seas, stringent environmental regulations, and a high price tag. Give this video a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and ring the bell if it inspired you to reconsider winter travel or brought back memories of your own snowy trips. That way, you won't miss our next worldwide getaway. Tell us which freezing location appeals to you in the comment section below, or tell us about the coldest area you've ever been. Remain interested, remain brave, and keep warm, or at least layered. Until the next time,